I've used that to buy houses on the investment side. I've used that to attract agents, and I've used that to find clients. And the
Hello,
way
everyone. Welcome back to our cold calling group session. Today we have a very special guest. She's been doing a lot of wins and as a new realtor. So we just wanted to have her come on and give us some tips and tricks. All right. So Miss Julie, thank you so much for joining us today. And we'd love to hear how you've been winning and what you've been doing.
Great, thank you, Audrey. Um, so yes, I came on with to EXP in May. My background is investing. I went into real estate investing in 2019 and went full time. I kind of had an opportunity in my life to just switch careers midlife and just dove right in. So I've been spending the last few years doing flips and rentals and buying wholesales and just all different kinds of investing strategies. But I really saw the need to get my real estate license. I had clients that just wanted to list their properties for full price, um, and get a cash offer, which typically doesn't go hand in hand. So I wanted to be able to give them all avenues. Whenever I meet with them, I could make them a cash offer, I could do something creative, or I could list their property for them, just help them solve their problems, basically. So that was the reason I got my license. And then I ended up joining EXP, and it's been great because I've learned, also the agent attraction side of things. And I've jumped into that as well. I've enjoyed doing that. I've found sometimes it's easier to find an agent than it is to find a listing. So, the days that I'm frustrated finding listings, I'll switch over and work on the agent attraction. And so far, I have a team of 5 that I've built. Yeah, since May. It's super exciting. And I have 2 more, I think, that are on their way in.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to that. My background prior to real estate was leadership, IT leadership. So I'm very process oriented and I love leading groups. So it just feels kind of natural to work on building a team within EXP also while continuing to do investing and real estate.
That is amazing. So I just want to say really quickly, when it comes to EXP, they give us their agents a lot of opportunities to make money. So we can make money with listings. Obviously, there's also ways to make money when it comes to revenue share, and that's what Julie is talking about, attracting agents to her team. It does not cost that agent anything, but it's a great way to make residual income. So if you're getting frustrated with listings, as Julie mentioned, maybe attract some agents to your team to make some extra money. There's also our stock equity program that is another source of residual income. So Julie, let's get back into it.
Sure. What do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about agent attraction?
Yes, give us some tips and some advice when it comes to agent attraction and whatever you've been doing to for your success.
Okay. I will say actually tips for everything, for investing, for retail real estate is what I call it from the investor side, but listings and helping buyers. All of that, I find networking is super important. I have I've used that to buy houses on the investment side. I've used that to attract agents, and I've used that to find clients. And the way networking to me is kind of natural. It's just connecting with people. So, if usually on Saturday or Sunday, I'll start going through my next week and look at my lunch schedule or coffee schedule and try to plug people in, whether it's a longtime real estate agent, someone in the lending world, a current agent that I'm working with. You just sitting down with someone for an hour, and it can even be over Zoom. You never know what's going to come out of a conversation that lasts an hour. So that's a great way to build your business is just filling up your schedule with lunches. So that's one thing I do every week, and I enjoy it. And I'm going to eat lunch anyway, so it's a fun way to get out and meet people and grow your business. So I would say just make an effort and reach out and do that every week. And that's how I brought on my first agent onto my team, Mubashar. You've probably seen him within the Royal Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
He,
very successful as a new realtor.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's super excited. We came from the same investor circle. He had his license way before me, but I saw that his brokerage really wasn't supporting him. And right when I joined EXP, I started talking about what EXP offers. And I always say that EXP really sells itself. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy. So once he saw the presentation, and then also he was kind of, felt a little pressured and sold. And so I invited him to Jordan's mastermind, the Royal Circle mastermind. And I think that's what sold him, is just seeing, the family like environment and the teaming and the modern way of marketing through social media and Facebook. And that just really put him over the edge. He joined right after that.
Awesome.
Um, yeah. So that's networking. And then, once I got my first agent, I realized, okay, this is pretty easy. And, it can really set me up long term to build a team. Um, and so then I started working on networking on Facebook. So, I don't have a lot of time. I'm working on flips. I'm working on transactions. I have two daughters. Um, so what I just find doing is in the evening, maybe spending 30 minutes on Facebook groups, answering questions for new real estate agents. There's a lot of groups out there, study groups, and they are kind of getting infiltrated with a lot of EXP agents right now. So you want to stand out, and you don't want to be like everyone else and just push, push, push.
Yes.
And it's the same thing as networking, just connecting with people, like what value can you add to them? Can you help them with anything? Can you answer questions? Um, and so that's really what I've done, is just connecting with people. A lot of coming from the investor side, a lot of agents take interest in investing. And
Yes.
so a lot of times I'll lead with that. I'll try to answer questions about that or help them understand where to get started. Um, but that's not always, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. So whatever your strength is, just lead with that and try to add value to people within those groups. And so the last four agents have all come from Facebook and just networking on Facebook. Some of them, and I know this is crazy, but if I'm up and I can't sleep, that's like when everybody else is up and they can't sleep. And that's when I usually end up starting conversations, or late at night, believe it or not. And then they continue to go the next day, and really just having real conversations where you're not even pitching EXP until later on.
Right.
Um, and then having that success out of the gate is starting to allow me to just let agents coming on know that it's possible and share that with new agents. And that's making it even easier. The momentum's starting to roll, and to be able to bring on more and more agents.
I love that. That is some really great advice. Networking, guys, lunch and learns, or taking agents to lunch and other industry professionals. These are some of the great tips that Julie just mentioned. Julie, you said that you came from the investor side, and we would love to have you back to, talk to us about investing, or if there's anything you'd like to tell us now when it comes to investing. How do we get started on our first investment deal? Because I'm ready to get started in investing. I don't know if anyone else is also interested in investing, but that is another stream of residual income. It could be, well, if you're doing rentals, if you're buying and holding, that's a good way to have residual income coming in. So you're not stressed out about finding listings or whatever goals that you have. There's always something else that can be done. And that's the beauty of investing.
Sure. Yes. That's exactly why I went into it as well, is to build that residual income. So then you have the time freedom to, take on other areas, other parts of your career or other hobbies or other parts of your life, and have that balance in your life. So with investing, I would say the very first thing is finding a deal. If you can find a deal then the money's easy to find. And the way that you find deals in an investor world is typically houses or apartments or whatever you're investing in, um, that are distressed. And it can be either the seller or the property's distressed. Like maybe there was a fire, or maybe there's a hoarder, or maybe there's just a really old property that needs a lot of repairs. And it might be in an area where if you listed it, it just wouldn't move, you know?
Mhm.
So it's the distressed sellers is where you're going to find deals. Um, the seller also might be in distress, and distress is kind of just the term we use on the investing side, but it could be maybe a death happened in the family and they have a house that's full of furniture and they don't know what to do with it. Divorce, often, when couples are going through divorce, they have to figure out a way to, what to do with the house. And if they just bought it, they might not have enough equity in it. um, I'm trying to think what else. Foreclosure is a big one, although it hasn't been for the last year and a half. It's been kind of quiet on foreclosure, but that's a great way to pick up a property. So it's just finding properties where you can buy them at a discount. And on the investor side, we're typically buying them 70 to 80% of retail value. And so you typically have to find those off market. A lot of agents will come in and they'll start looking on the MLS, and most of the investor properties that most of the investors buy are not on MLS. And there's a reason, whether it be it's just in really bad shape or they need to close really quickly. There's a lot of reasons. So looking for those type of deals, and there's ways to market to that audience, just like there is in regular real estate. So you can run Facebook ads, you can do letters, you can do door knocking, same thing, cold calling. There's ways to market to that audience. And there's some crossover between those two sets of audiences, the retail side and the investor side.
Awesome.
Um, yeah. So I could talk investor for quite a long time. So maybe we'll do another call and I'll put some slides together for you.
Yes, I would love that. Please, we would love to have all of your success tips and just learn from you. And Julie, you mentioned that you have two kids and you're also a rock star agent. You're an investor. How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, it's tricky. Some days it's better than others for sure, but just making it a priority, setting some boundaries for yourself so you're not working way into the night, you're spending time with your kids, having a great support system. My family's here in Austin, and I just set up a carpool for my daughter because last year going back and forth to her middle school that's across town was crazy. So building that support system, even within your own home environment, once you start making money, start delegating, start getting house cleaners, start ordering your groceries online, really focusing on your time and what you can do best with your time. What are those high dollar activities that you can be doing with your time uh, to build that balance? Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is awesome. I love that. High, what, how did you say it? High dollar activities?
Yeah, yeah. From the investment side, one of the mentors says stop doing minimum wage activities. So, once you start getting your first paycheck, reinvest that into your time. Um, so if you're mowing your lawn or you're cleaning your house or, running errands, shopping for groceries, those minimum wage activities that you can outsource, there's so many ways to do that these days.
Yes, that is awesome. And that makes sense because if you're doing activities where you're bringing in, thousands of dollars and you're spending just a couple of hours on that versus cleaning your home or going to the grocery store, that's not really producing anything. It's taking away from your energy. How did you go through any like personal growth when it comes to being to from going from where you okay, how do I want to say this? How did you go through any like mindset changes or personal growth to get to where you are?
Yes, definitely. Of course, like, I can tell you all the success I'm having now, but It's definitely been a journey. I started, I've had a lot of, you know, areas of my life where I haven't had success. In my 20s, I did have cancer for 3 years.
Wow.
And that really kind of shifted my mindset on just life in general and how I want to live my life. And then in 2016, I went through a divorce. And that also was just a time in my life where I looked at, okay, I'm kind of starting over. What do I want my career to be like? Where do I want to live? Looking at my entire life from the big picture and deciding that I want to create it the way I want to create it. I want to live in Austin. So I moved to Austin. I want to no longer work in IT and sit at my computer all day. I want to work with people. So just really reevaluating it. And and then once I mean, obviously I didn't know everything right away, but just started paving the way little by little and really focusing on what I want to do, and then ultimately having your long term why, which is to have the time freedom and the ability to help others and to help other mothers that have are building careers that might be going through divorce or might be going through marriage issues. So kind of developing, if you had all the money and all the time in the world, what do you want to do? And then how do you pave the road to get there step by step? So it's been a journey for sure, and I'm not there. It'll continue to be a journey the rest of my life, probably. Um, but just really investing in yourself first and determining your why and what it's going to take to get there. And then finding the people to support you along the way, a coach or a mentor or just copying someone that you want to be like, all of that in all areas of your life. And then the other piece is, just not all career focused. I found some things that are really go-tos for me, to really get my mind off work and making time to do those things also, having friends and hobbies and um, circle of community where you can go and not talk real estate all the time and express yourself in other ways. So it's definitely a journey, um, but it's well worth it.
Wow, that is so incredible. Julie, you are incredible. You're amazing. You're a shero. You've been through so much. You've overcome a lot to be where you are today. So that is amazing. Guys, the question Julie asked herself that helped make that switch was, if money wasn't an issue, what would my life look like? What would I be doing? What would I, things like that. So those are important questions to ask ourselves to make sure that we are aligned with who we truly are, and we know what we really want to do in this world. So Julie,
Yeah, for
another
sure.
example of how you can overcome and change your life. All right. Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Julie?
No, I think I'll just leave it at there. If anyone has questions, I'm always available. Reach out to me. I'm on Facebook and um, Facebook Messenger. So definitely love connecting with people and yeah, just love to help.
Yes. Thank you so much, Julie. And since you're on the call today, I've decided we're going to shake it up a little bit. We're going to call some investors and see if we can get some leads. Would you be
Awesome.
open to that, Julie?
For me calling or you're going to call?
I can call. I mean, my script is for FISBOs. I usually deal with like for sale by owners, but I do have some investor contacts, and I want to see, how to see if I can get some investor leads. What do you think would be a good way to like approach an investor like yourself? What can a realtor say to get an investor interested? Because I know, like, when it comes to the MLS, you guys do not like paying retail. You guys want to pay that 70 to 80%.
Hmm.
So, how can a realtor connect with an investor and do a deal?
Sure. So I guess my question is, are you calling a motivated seller or you're actually trying to help an investor sell or buy a property?
So what we usually do is call for sale by owners, like cold call. So these people have never heard from me
Hmm.
before. It's just some leads that I've gotten from Vulcan 7, my dialer. And I do have some Furbo that who have invested in the area before. And so it would be a cold call, haven't had any connection, no rapport, just kind of, calling them up to see what's going on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, typically on the for sale by owners, I when I call them, and those are kind of the people that want full price. They don't want to pay realtor commissions a lot of times when they've listed their property themselves. And there's a reason behind that, whether it's maybe they don't have enough equity in their house, or maybe they just think they can do it and they don't want to pay 6%. Um, so typically when I would call for sale by owners, I would try to determine, what the reason is that they're not wanting to sell on market. It could be that the property is not in the condition to list.
Mhm.
So just when I would call those people, again, connect first, say, I work in the area, I'm an investor. I would say now I'm also a realtor. It looks like you tried to sell your property recently. Um, and I'd love to hear how it went. And are you still interested in selling it, whether it's on or off market?
So let's get into it. Let me pull up my dialer. Give me 1 second, guys. Just gonna pause. And I just want to say, guys, it's very important to have a goal in mind when you're cold calling. And so my goal today is just to contact some investors and ask them if they'd be interested in selling their home. Let's just move to the next. Okay. Oh, here's another script.
There has been an error and the property you called is no longer reachable by phone. Please.
That was interesting.
This call may be recorded.
There's 3 numbers here. Hello, my name is Audrey. Hello, my name is Audrey Spearman. I'm with eXp Realty. Is this the owner of 350 Francis Street?
No.
Okay.
Wrong number.
All right. Do you want to buy or sell anything in El Paso, Texas?
No.
Do you know anyone who would like to buy or sell?
No.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. There has been an error and the property you called is no longer reachable by phone. Please
Why it
fill out.
says that? We'll see.
Hello?
Hello, my name is Audrey Spearman. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty. Is this the owner of 313 Guadalajara Drive?
Yep.
Oh, hi. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That is great to hear. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yeah, I'm pretty busy right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give you a call back. When is a better time?
Okay. I'd say this evening.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. You too, bye-bye.
Okay, I'm gonna move this guy over to a different group.
Audrey, I didn't catch what he said. What did he say?
Oh, so I'm following, I'll show you right now. Mm,
I know he said to you um, uh, something not good. That's not good time. But what was that? I mean, I just couldn't catch it.
yes, I'm following this script right here. So
Mhm.
I'm a local agent. Is this the owner? And then I said, did I catch you at a bad time? And
Yeah. I know because I've been with you on the clubhouse once. Remember?
yes, yes.
So we did call, but this one is I couldn't catch what the gentleman was saying to you when you asked him when is a good time to contact you back.
Yes, he said it's a bad time right now, but call me back in the evening. So
Oh,
I'm gonna give
okay.
him a call back later. And I think Julie had to hop off. She had another meeting that she had to run to, but I'm so
Yeah.
glad Julie was able to stop by and give us some success tips.
Well, that was amazing. I mean, it's a wonderful story. I'm so glad I joined.
Oh, thank you. And here's the thing, whenever it comes to this, like it's so important to really understand other people and where they're coming from. I had no idea that, Julie had been through so much. Like she is really
Right.
an amazing person. She was able to overcome cancer, a divorce, moving across country and things like that. Like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's incredible. She's an incredible person. And I know that the rate that she's going to be, the top agent in, I think she's in Austin. I think she's in Austin.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-oh, let's get to another call. Okay, so I'm going to try one more and then I'm going to just maybe go back to FISBOs. We just have about a little under 20 minutes left. So let's see. I'm going to stop this for just a second. So let me pause it.